The Corner, called The
The
Corner.
Corner,
Great,
that's right.
great song about our beloved Tiger Stadium.
The corner of Witherell and whatever just doesn't sound the same.
No, no,
Brush.
it doesn't.
Witherell and
When
Brush,
Brush,
I
yeah,
think is
no, it doesn't. Well, many years we would just say Michigan and Trumbull, Michigan and Trumbull.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Ernie said that, and you wrote a song about Ernie as
Yeah,
well. So,
I sure do, sure did.
The Voice, is that the
Voice of Summer.
The Voice of Summer? Thank
Voice
you.
of Summer.
Yeah, miss him too. Yeah.
Oh, there's no doubt. I actually, last year, when he died last year, they had his body lying in state at Comerica
Right.
Park.
Yes. Yeah.
So I took my guitar, this guitar, and stood just across the street from the stadium and played these two songs like over and over again. And I had the words to Voice of Summer, and had quite a few people come up and start sharing stories with me.
Oh,
and people
cool.
started crying.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, it was really emotional. I mean, he's probably the most popular man in Michigan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And if he could have run for governor or anything he wanted,
He would have
won
won.
in a
He would have. Yes.
landslide. And I got to meet him a few times. And what I loved about Ernie was he was genuine. You know.
Yes.
You know, you'd listen to him on the radio and you'd think, wow, what a great guy. He's like everybody's favorite grandpa or something.
Yeah.
And when you met him in real life, he was actually
that way, yeah.
Which doesn't happen too often, you know.
Yeah, when the mic goes off, sometimes the person's personality is totally different. Yeah,
amazing guy.
I never had the opportunity to meet him, but I've heard that so many times
Yeah.
about people saying that he was the real deal.
He really was.
Yeah,
He
yeah, we
really
do
was.
miss our Ernie.
Genuinely wonderful person.
Good. I don't know if you wanted to play that song or you had
Yeah,
other
while
things
we're
in
talking
mind.
about it, why don't I play it?
Okay, it's called The Voice of Summer.
Voice of Summer, and I actually wrote this a while ago when he got fired by
Oh yeah.
when Monahan ran the team and they fired him because they wanted to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
And they
A
realized
big
their
mistake.
error of their ways after a few years and brought him back. But then I re-recorded it on one of the Mystic Shake CDs that I did, and then it kind of became popular again last year.
Oh, okay.
Of course,
Okay.
Unfortunate passing. So
Yeah.
it's called The Voice of Summer.
Ben Hassenger.
Yeah, the first voices I remember were those of my mom and dad. The second voice turned out to be the best friend I ever had. And everywhere I'd go, and everything I do, I was never far from my radio, listening to the orange and blue and the voice of summer. He's calling on my radio. What I'd ever do without him, I don't wanna know. Yeah, I guess I'd be left there standing like a house by the side of the road, without the voice of summer on my radio. Yeah, he followed me through high school and on to college too. The night I cried when my grandfather died, he was there to fill his shoes. I learned so much about it all from the stories he would share. And When I couldn't make it to the park, he'd make me feel like I was there. He's the voice of summer, calling on my radio. What I'd ever do without him, I don't wanna know. Yeah, I guess I'd be left there standing like a house by the side of the road, without the voice of summer on my radio. I was staying up past my bedtime, praying for some instant runs, and wondering how he ever knew where all the people in the park were from. Now the times, they are a-changing. Nothing seems to be the same. No more crowds in Michigan and Trumbull, and only millionaires play the game. But some things should last forever. At least that's how I'd like them to stay. And I'll hear Ernie inside my head every time I watch the Tigers play. He's the voice of summer, calling on my radio. What I'd ever do without him, I don't wanna know. Yeah, I guess I'd be left there standing like a house by the side of the road, without the voice of summer. He's the voice of summer. Yeah, the voice of summer on my radio. He's the voice of summer. Yeah, the voice of summer. Yeah, the voice of summer. And his long